One, two, one, two, one, two. Hey, yo, what's going on, good people, man? Central AF Podcast Show coming to you, man. Your boy Jonathan C. Smith, man. As y'all can see, man, your boy suited and booted over here, man. You know what I'm saying? So y'all bear with me, man. My folks, they may jump in here in a few minutes, man. Hope everybody had a great day today on this beautiful Tuesday evening, man. We're gonna talk about a few things going on tonight, man. So y'all share your thoughts, share your comments. Know we gotta talk about that game last night, man. Shit, man, it broke my heart last night to see the GRIZZ go down like that, man. And I know some of y'all probably saw the video that I posted about Dillon Brooks, and I meant every word. I meant every word I said. But Dillon, he didn't play that bad last night. But I got a bigger bone to pick. In regards to the Grizzlies, man, and that's Ja Morant. We gotta talk about Ja, man. I love him. I love his energy. I love his heart, his tenacity, and the way that he plays, y'all. But hey, man, if Ja doesn't learn how to control himself, if he doesn't learn how to slow down, if he doesn't learn how to play within himself, to use his teammates as opposed to thinking he's Superman and try to jump over everybody and dunk on everybody, like, we are going to look at a very, very short career, a very, very short time span of us having a prime Ja Morant, because the way that man tried to jump over LeBron last night, oh boy, is going to hurt himself one day, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just not smart, man. So I'm kind of not, I'm not disappointed, but I'm concerned. I'm concerned about the immaturity level of this team that we saw last night, man. And you know, if you go and talk the talk, man, you gotta be able to walk the walk also, man. So, you know, after the game, that overtime loss last night, and I stayed up past midnight watching the game. I'm sure as all you guys did as well, man. But yeah, man, like I say, you know, like we love it. No, we're Memphis, man. We love when you talk trash, man. But you gotta back it up. And even if you don't back it up, you still gotta face the music. You still gotta talk to the media. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't get the privilege to say what you want to say and then just, you know, duck out or say I'm out and not talk to the media. It don't work like that. You can't have it both ways, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, and we would respect you more. I would respect it more if a Dillon Brooks, even though you do damn well, you know, you're not gonna be able to back it up as far as matching, you know, point for point or, you know, game for game with LeBron James. But at the same time, man, like, you can't be ducking, you can't be hiding. If we want the smoke, you want all the smoke, even when it's good, even when it's bad. You gotta be a man and accept it, man. And that's where I believe this Grizzly team is immature, man. You know, when it comes to Dillon Brooks not talking to the media, you know, when it comes to Ja Morant not talking last night, and like, it's not fair for you to leave it up to your teammates. You know, Triple J, Jaren Jackson Jr., he faces abuse. He has to talk for his teammates. Desmond Bain, you know, he doesn't duck the media. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, in that situation, man, you got to man up. You got to man up, man, and you got to, you know, take it on the chin. You know, I would respect it more. And I think a lot of Memphis would respect it more also, man. You know, if you just man up, say, look, hey, man, they're the better team. You know, tried to get in LeBron's head. Shit didn't work out like I planned. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, I'll take ownership of that. You know, say something. You just can't, you know, talk all that noise, man, and then not do nothing. Not say nothing after the game. Like, I don't get it, man. But it's cool. It's cool when you win it. You know, it's cool when it's all sweet. You know, when you win it, then you can talk. But hey, man, that's what's wrong with today's NBA, though. Also, man, like, old school dudes, like, think about, any of the old school goons, man, back in the day in the NBA. Like them cats like Lambeer and all them, man. Like they talk trash, but at the end of the day, they even when they lost, man, they still, they still talked about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, they were the better team. They kicked our ass tonight, and let's move on, man. But you gotta say something, all right? Because that makes the loss feel even worse when you take an L like that last night, and then your star player doesn't talk, and also your non-star player, your non-star doesn't talk either, man. Shout out to my man Drunk. Drunk said Dillon Brooks won't be in Memphis next year. Bruh, I'm praying. I am praying that that's the reality. Dillon Brooks is definitely an unrestricted free agent coming up this year, this summer, man. So he's only making $11 million this year, I believe. So it's very cheap as far as NBA contracts go. And you'll be hard pressed. Tell me another team out there that be willing to pay Dillon Brooks $12 million. Who is going to give Dillon Brooks $12 million a year? Because I mean, he at this point, I feel like he's killed any potential value that he has, man. Like I can see Dillon Brooks being a contributor like on a real, championship caliber type of team. Like I can see the Lakers easily, signing up a guy like Dillon Brooks, man. He damn sure ain't gonna get $12 million. I can see them maybe giving Dillon $7-8 million a year, man, and he could be a contributor on a winning team, man. But it's time, man. Like we've outgrown Dillon Brooks at this point. You know what I'm saying? Like, how you get in a relationship with somebody and you with them for a long, long time, man. And at first, everything seemed cool, and everything's all love, man. But as time goes by, you start to see the little ugly things about them, or some of the things that you don't like, and it just kind of compounds and it builds. You know what I'm saying? And you're at a point now where you realize you're better off without this person, and the Grizzlies would be better off without Dillon Brooks next year. Like they'll be able to find somebody that's comparable to a Dillon Brooks. All right, somebody that's going to be a team first guy, somebody that's going to actually be able to give you buckets. All right, somebody that's not going to put up bricks. All right, yeah, Dillon Brooks plays defense, but you got to be able to score too, man. Like you can't be having 3 for 14 and 4 of 11 and 2 for 15 type of nights, man. When you're shooting from three, man, we need buckets. We need consistency out there. And Dillon's not that guy, man. Like it was cute. He was part of the last, the last era of the GRIZZ as far as the grit grind era and everything with the Grizzlies. He came in on the tail end of that. He came in on the tail end of Marc Gasol and Mike Conley and all those guys, man, Zebo and Tony Allen. So, he's the oldest tenured, longest tenured Grizzly that we have on the squad, man. So it's just time, man. It's time for a new direction. Time, it's next gen Grizz going on right now. So it's time to move on from Dillon Brooks, man. You know what I'm saying? Let's check out the comments, man. See what's going on out here. Nikki being funny right now. Dude got some dress-up clothes on. Yeah, you see it. Looking like the first 48 over here, man. I'm like a detective on the first 48, man. Yeah, man, that's my son in the background right there. You could at least say hi or something, man, in the background. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man. But yeah, definitely, dog. Like, as far as what we're missing this year, as far as the injuries that we have, I feel like last night was the best effort that the Grizz, could possibly give, considering the situation. We're down Steven Adams. We're down Brandon Clark. We're missing some key frontline, bigs, frontline depth. And you see the Lakers were killing us last night. We did a better job of the boards overall last night. But throughout the series, man, they've been killing us on the boards, and they have the advantage there. So, my hats off. My hats go off to the Grizz for the effort last night. But yeah, absolutely, man. We're missing. I'm glad you brought that up, Drunk, because I was going to say that also. It was a mistake to let DeAnthony Melton go. And that's clear. You see the way that he's performing and playing for the 76ers right now. Like we need dudes like that. I wouldn't let go of Cal Anderson. I would have kept Cal and DeAnthony on this team. Because we need those key vets, man. Those guys coming off the bench that can stabilize you. When you're going through a rut where you can't score, man, where they can make a smart play and get you a bucket, man, or make that key defensive stop. You know what I'm saying? Like, and you saw last night as far as with Big Zay, with X-Man, Xavier Tillman. He stepped up huge again, man. Did all he could do. But we were one play short last night, and and like I said, if we had our guys, it might have been a different story, man. And then at the end of the day, you gotta give credit where credit's due. Also, you gotta give credit where credit is due, man. LeBron James, like if you come for the king, you better not miss. All right, y'all know. I believe that Jordan is the GOAT. All right, Jordan's the GOAT, but man, I'm telling you, man, this dude is 38 years old. And he's out there putting up 20 points and 20 rebounds and 7 assists at 38 years old, man. How is that possible? How is that possible, man? So my hats off to LeBron James, man. When we're talking all-time greats, talking, who's the GOAT and all that, in my eyes, because I grew up in that generation, it's always going to be Jordan. But I tell you what, man, even if LeBron and the Lakers do not win another championship in the next year or two, that he's going to be there, because whenever his son comes to the league, whatever team his son goes to, that's where LeBron's going. That's the game plan for him to go out playing with his son. I think that's going to be amazing. You know what I'm saying, when that happens. But hey, man. I can't be a hater. I cannot be a hater right now. As much as it pains me to say, LeBron James is the second greatest player of all time. I love Kobe. Kobe's in that conversation, top 5. But when you're ranking them, 1 is Jordan and 2 is LeBron. And you're seeing that, man. Like, come on, man. 38, my guys out there putting up numbers at 38 years old, man, and they're up 3-1. And there's a stat out there, teams that are up 3-1 win that best of 7 series 95% of the time. So I'm the biggest Grizz fan in the world, but I'm hard pressed. Tell me where you guys see the Grizz win 3 straight to win the series, man. Like, it's not happening. It's not happening, man. We're not winning 3 straight to win this series. I'm sorry. We're too immature. Now we were playing Minnesota. Like Minnesota's a dumbass team. Just like we could be dumb sometimes. If we were down, Minnesota in the series, like I can see us coming back to win that series because Minnesota's gonna make some mistakes because they dumb as hell. But the Lakers they're a veteran team. They're not gonna make those mistakes. And guys, and I don't want to say it, but tomorrow night, Game 5, like I think it's going to be emotionally hard for the Grizz to be able to pick themselves up and to win Game 5. You know what I'm saying? Like I think the Grizz they know, like, okay, even if we win Game 5, if we go back to LA, it's not looking good, man. We're talking about a Grizzly team all year long that struggled on the road. You know what I'm saying? They struggled on the road. We only won 16 road games this year. Y'all know another team in the NBA that won 16 road games? The freaking Washington Wizards. The Wizards won 16 road games this year, and they're not in the playoffs. That shows you how bad the Grizz have been on the road this year. And we saw that in the playoffs, man. They dropped 2 in LA. Like, y'all tell me, man, even the biggest Grizzly fan, like, what chance do y'all give the Grizzlies to win 3 games in a row to win this series? Hey, Lee, I would love to see it. Don't get me wrong, but being a realist, and being a basketball realist right now and realizing that game last night, that took an emotional toll on that team, man. Like, y'all tell me a scenario other than LeBron and AD getting hurt that y'all can honestly see the Grizz winning 3 straight games. We're talking back to back to back. Y'all help me out. Help me see. Open my eyes to it. You know what I'm saying? Y'all saw y'all had the goggle. I got the goggle eyes right now. Y'all open my eyes and tell me, how do you guys see the Grizzlies winning 3 straight? You know, the floor is yours, man. Y'all comment. Let me know how you guys see it, man. What up, Sean? Sean said, 1 game at a time. It can't be done. Hey, there's dude. Ain't you a Rockets fan anyway? All right, let's stop it. Let's stop it right here. Let's stop it right here. Because I feel like there's been some misconceptions. Okay. I feel like the people have got me messed up out here when it comes to the Grizzlies. All right. So I will give y'all, if you don't know my history, if you don't know my background when it comes to the Grizzlies, I will give you guys a quick synopsis. All right. A quick rundown of why I am truly Grizz Nation. Now, when I first moved up here, you know, of course, you know, coming off the Jordan era, you know, Kobe, Shaq, all right, you know, I was rocking with them. But I'm telling you, you become a Grizz fan as soon as you move to Memphis, all right? I interned at Sports 56. So I was an intern. I was basically, you know, pushing buttons on the board during the Grizzly broadcast, you know, for the first year. And I fell in love. I fell in love with the team. My first year working with the Grizzlies was the first playoff year, the 03-04 year. Coach Hubie Brown, coach of the year. That team that we won 50 games that year. 50 games, with 50 and 32. Went to the playoffs. You know, we got swept against the Spurs. Got swept for the first 3 years in the playoffs. But that was the year I fell in love with the Grizzlies and worked with the team for 8 years. 8, 9 years after that, man. So I've been a fan diehard ever since. You can't help but to love this team, especially when we started to get an identity. When Tony Allen came, the grit grind era, and Zebo. Like when we started to get that identity and to be known as the, you know, we don't love grit and grind Grizz. That's when I fell in love with the Grizzlies, man. So I'm not being a hater. I'm just being honest. I'm being honest, man. Shout out to my man Chris, man. Chris, you know my stilo. You know my history, Chris. You better tell him about me, man. Chris said, what percentage of teams have overcome a 3-1 deficit? We just talked about it, man. We're talking about a 95% rate of teams that go up 3-1 end up winning the series, man. So we're talking a 5% chance that the Grizz can win 3 games in a row in this series and win the series, man. Like, I don't see it, man. I really don't see it. We can win game 5, but do y'all have confidence that the Grizz can go to LA and win a game after we literally wasted the best Desmond Bane performance we've had all playoff long so far? We wasted Desmond Bane's 36 points last night. That's a waste. We're not getting that again from Desmond Bane. He may have another 20-point, 25-point game, but we're not getting 36. The way he was knocking down shots that second half, we're not getting that again. And that's what you needed to win a game on the road. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, and Ja Morant, like, he has to be better. Triple J, where you at? Triple J had a great game 1. He had a great game 1. You know what I'm saying? But last night, it seemed to be, he kind of cowered away. He cowered away last night when the spotlight got bright. You know what I'm saying? So, like, you literally have to have all your guys hitting. You got to have Ja scoring 20+. You got to have Desmond scoring 20+. Jaren has to step up. You need those 3 guys in order for the Grizz to be successful, because you can't count on any of the others at this point. You know what I'm saying? Drunk said the Cavs came back and beat the Warriors 3-1 in the finals. Granted, that's true. However, when we look back on that history of what happened in that series, Draymond Green got suspended. If Draymond Green does not get suspended, the Cavs did not come back to win that series. Let's keep it real. Let's keep it real, man. All right, it's the only reason that LeBron won a championship in Cleveland That's because Draymond got suspended basically for what? Punch him in the nuts. Ah, what coincidence? We got another guy on the team that loves to punch guys in the nuts. You know what I'm saying? Don't get me started on Draymond, on Dillon Brooks again, man. Do not get me started on Dillon Brooks, man. But what say y'all, man? What say you guys, man? Are we out on Dillon Brooks coming back next year? Are we out on Dillon Brooks, man? Y'all let me know. Are we out? Or do y'all see a scenario where Dillon Brooks comes back next year? Because I don't see it. After the way that he has shown his immaturity by coming for the king and not being able to back it up, not one bit. Like, where do you guys stand on Dillon Brooks at this point? You know what I'm saying? Like, are y'all out? Because what does he provide you? Yeah, he may be second team, all defense, but bro, the way the NBA is set up, you can't. There's no more room for a Tony Allen type of player, and that's basically what Dillon Brooks is. He's a glorified Tony Allen. All right, he thinks he's better than what he is. He thinks he's Kobe. All right, in no way in the world. If y'all told me that Dillon Brooks couldn't shoot no more than 10 shots a game, he couldn't put up no more than 10 attempts a game, I'm with you. I would love Dillon Brooks if he only shot 10 times a game or less. But he thinks that he's better than what he is, man. You know what I'm saying? And I guess it's the Grizzlies' fault also for allowing him to think that he's that dude, that he's the big four. He's the fourth member of the big four. There is no big four. There's a big three, Ja, Jaren, and Dez, but there is no big four. You know what I'm saying? Like, that guy that was averaging 20 points against Utah a couple years ago in the playoffs, that was a fluke. That was a charade. That wasn't real. You know? Definitely, man. And I got some heat for Taylor Jenkins also. At what point are you going to step up? At what point, Taylor Jenkins, are you going to step up and show that you are the coach of this team? It almost feels like, and I'm not going to say the inmates run the asylum. I'm not going to say that. But it almost feels like he allows those guys to do whatever the hell they want to do without any real consequence. You know what I'm saying? Like, you see Dillon getting his ass busted out there, or he's putting up bricks. Put him on the bench immediately. You know what I'm saying? Like, when is he going to show some nuts, show some balls, man? Show that you are the head coach of this team. You've been there for a few years now. You know, it ain't like Coach Jenkins is the first-year coach, second-year coach. Hell, Coach Jenkins been there 4 years, 5 years now. So it's time to really, man. Like, I think he can coach. I really do. I think he can coach, man. But I want to know. I'm curious to see what you guys think. Is this a situation where you need a more proven winning coach, a guy that has won a championship, to come in and take this team to another level? You know what I'm saying? Like, remember how with Stan Van Gundy coaching in Miami and them falling short, and then Pat Riley coming in and taking that team to a championship the next year. You know what I'm saying? Like, is it going to take a more proven coach to come in and really, really, you know, lead these guys to a championship, a Western Conference championship, an NBA Finals? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm curious to know what you guys think about that. Like, are you guys cool with Coach Jenkins going forward, or is it going to take somebody that's more proven, somebody with a winning pedigree, somebody that these young guys will listen to? Because I'm not so sure from what I've seen and what I've heard, in the background, as far as at the forum there, I'm not so sure that those guys fully buy in, that they fully listen to Coach Jenkins. You know what I'm saying? So y'all tell me, man. Yeah, man, that's Hey, drunk boy, you coming with some heat tonight, man. That is a great comparison right there. I love that comparison. Taylor Jenkins is a glorified Scott Brooks. Y'all remember Scotty Brooks, right? Coach Brooks, Oklahoma City, back when, man, Westbrook, KD, James Harden, that man had James Harden, KD, Russell Westbrook on the same team. They made it to the NBA Finals, but that team was quickly broken apart also. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I feel like Scotty Brooks, you know, was in a situation where he got lucky as hell, you know, to be coaching, you know, 3 of the all-time 75 greatest players on the same team, man. He got into the NBA Finals, but after that, it was a wrap, man. So y'all let me know, man. Like, I was hard on Coach Jenkins at first, and then after the last couple of years, we won in 50 games. We won the division, you know, 2 seed. I'm like, all right, coach, but, you know, I don't know, man. I just think he needs to have more oomph, more force. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to see him cuss a motherfucker out. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that may not be his personality, man, but I want to see him, like, you know, because Popovich wouldn't go for some of the shit that Dillon and Ja does out there. You know, Coach Pop wouldn't go for that. And, you know, and he comes, and Jenkins comes from Pop's coaching tree. You know, he comes from the Popovich family. So I would love to see him, you know, just cuss the motherfucker out one time. And, you know, I think that would go a long way, man. You know what I'm saying? Lee said, I think Jenkins is a great coach. KD made Brooks look good. Jenkins still wins without Ja. Yeah, and that's another thing, man. Like I said, I'm not saying that Jenkins can't coach, but is he the coach that's going to be able to get this team to where he needs to be? Y'all, because, you know, the Grizz are young, but they're starting to fill in some years there. You know, we're talking about guys 4th year, 5th year, 6th year. Like, you know, we're not necessarily talking about puppies anymore, man. Like, these guys have some playoff experience now, but to me, it's a regression going on. Yeah, I know we're injured. I'm not discounting the injuries, but just the way that we play on the road and the lack of adjustments from game to game, or just in-game adjustments. Like, how the hell are you being out-coached by a first-year NBA head coach in Darvin Ham? How is that possible? Like, Coach Jenkins is getting outmaneuvered by a first-year NBA head coach. You know, let's keep it all the way 100. He's getting out-coached, outmaneuvered. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not even so sure, guys. I'm not so sure even if we had Steven Adams, if we had Brandon Clark, I'm not so sure that if we wouldn't still be in the same predicament. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm really not sure, man. But, you know, y'all talk to me, man. Y'all tell me, man, like, is there another coach out there that you guys think could come in, like, right now or next year? You know, we know Jenkins ain't going nowhere, but hypothetically speaking, let's say, you know, if the Grizz get bounced again next year early in the playoffs, like, is there a coach that can come in and basically take this team to the next level? Like, who would that coach be, man? You know what I'm saying? What's Sean talking about now? Y'all some suckers. We're not playing good because we have no rebounding. Adams gave us 2nd and 3rd chances for the serious defensive presence, but you want to break the team up and fire the coach to our main opponents out. I'm not saying that, man. I'm a frustrated Grizz fan. You know, and it hits me. I know it hurts y'all, right? I know it hurts y'all as fans. You know what I'm saying? But I've been in the trenches. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've been in the locker rooms. Like, I've talked to the players, talked to the coaches. Like, I feel like that. I'm not saying I'm more invested, but it just hurts more. You know what I'm saying? Because I've seen some highs, and I've been through some mighty, mighty lows with this team. Like, y'all got to remember, man, before we started winning the playoffs, like, after that 3-year run in the playoffs in the beginning, like, after we got swept, we went 0-12 in the playoffs. Like, there was a couple of years there where it was dark, man. I'm talking, we win 22 games a year. We drafted fucking Rudy Gay, Kyle Lowry, Mike Conley. You know, we had a couple of years, we won 20 games. But then, you know, you saw the progression. You saw the wins start to mount up. The guys, you know, start to come together, get that chemistry. And, you know, to the point, you know, where we win a playoff series, we beat San Antonio, and we beat Oklahoma City, we beat the Clippers, and then get to the Western Conference Finals and get swept by the Spurs. You know, that was a great accomplishment, right? And then to follow that up, you know, after those years, you know, getting bounced by Golden State, and that hurt because we were up in that series 2-1. You know what I'm saying? So I've seen some things, man. And last night hurt your boy. It hurt me, man, because I know they played hard. You know what I'm saying? But it's the attention to detail. It's the attention to the little things that this team lacks. And that's why I feel like coaching matters. You know, a coach that can point out the little things, a coach that can tell Ja, quit acting like you fucking evil Knievel out there. Why are you trying to jump over LeBron James? You gonna break your damn neck out there trying to show that you big bad Ja. You can jump over anybody when you had an easy dish off, an easy pass to Xavier Tillman. Like, don't put yourself in harm's way. And I don't feel like that nobody tells Ja that. You know, and everything that Ja went through this year. Like, I know Steven Adams tried to talk to them and everything, man. And, you know, we've been crying for a vet to step up and take control of this team. But when you're young and inexperienced and there's really nobody to hold you accountable, this is what you get. This is exactly what you get, man. And this is where we at. Drunk said this is supposed to be the Grizzlies sweeping the most 5. Yeah, supposed to be. But like you said, you know, we're getting outmatched, outgunned, outmaneuvered, outsmarted by our first-year head coach. And they got LeBron James and we don't. You know what I'm saying? It's that simple, man. Like, I'm not a Laker fan, man. You know, and I've been accused of being a Laker proponent back in the day, man. You know what I'm saying? Or showing favoritism, you know what I'm saying? But it's real, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, they got LeBron and we don't, man. You know, that man put up 20, and 7. Dylan Brooks said, hell, I don't respect nobody until they put up 40 on me. Shit, 20 points, 20 rebounds. That equals 40 to me. So, I don't know, man. You know, and we're not, and yeah, the calls, referee. Now, the calls last night, I'm really not one to really get on the refs, but the calls last night were very suspect. You saw a lot of late calls, a lot of questionable calls down the stretch. Last night, I feel like Game 5 was like the worst officiated game of the series so far. You know what I'm saying? But man, when it comes down to know-how, to playoff experience, man. And you're talking about LeBron James, a guy that has what, 20 years of playoff experience, you know, and knows the ins and outs of things to do. And you saw what he did at the end of the game to send the overtime. So, you know, it's man, the things that he does, man, you know, and then also, you know, and I hate to say it, man, I'm gonna tell you guys another reason the Lakers won last night, an X factor, that goddamn D'Angelo Russell. D'Angelo slow-ass Russell is the reason why, to me, in my opinion, the reason why the Grizz lost last night. All right. Shout out to my man Josh, man. What up, Josh? I agree, JC. Zero leadership. The coaching staff is all analytics and no real personal coaching accountability. Hey, man, I couldn't say it better myself, Josh. You know what I'm saying? You know. Now, in regards to that, can Coach Jenkins improve? Yeah, he can improve. But is it going to be enough improvement to get the Grizz over the hump? That's all I want to see. That's all I want to see, man. I want to see the Grizz get over the hump. All right. When are we going to get past that mountaintop? You know what I'm saying? Like the I have a dream speech. You know, like I've seen the mountaintop. Like when are we going to get there? Who is the coach that's going to be able to get the Grizz to the promised land? That's all I want to know. If y'all think it's Coach Jenkins, I'm not here to say that you're wrong. I'm not. I'm just trying to see when, how long, how much longer are we supposed to wait before the GRIZZ get to the mountaintop? You know what I'm saying? That's all I want to know. When will we get to the promised land? Because we've been waiting for a few years now. We've been waiting, man. So y'all chime in, let me know, man. Man, Ariel, what's up, Ari? Shout out to Ariel and Baby Bash out there. The balance of youth and experience is always king. Yeah. You know, and that's another reason why, you know, a lot of people did not want to see us play the Lakers. Because we knew it was going to come down. It's going to come down to LeBron and AD getting all the calls, that playoff experience, and also that grown man strength. Those are grown men out there for the Lakers. You know what I'm saying? Grown men know how that grown man experience. They've been there before. You know what I'm saying? We got a little experience under our belt, but nowhere compared to them. You know what I'm saying? Said we the basketball version of the Chargers. Wow. Hey, man, it might be something to that. It might be something to that, man. And also another comparison I'll give y'all in regards to the GRIZZ. John Morant is the basketball version of Josh Allen. Y'all know Josh Allen, the quarterback for the Buffalo Bills. They're the same exact player. When you think about it, they put their body on the line. They give you these amazing highlight reel plays, you know what I'm saying, that they're just jaw-dropping, amazing, and you can't believe it. But they put their bodies at risk way too often, and it's so unnecessary. Like, Ja has to learn to pick his spots. He hasn't learned that yet. And I do not want to see Ja get hurt. But y'all saw that way the man was flying through the air like he was in the goddamn Circus Olay. All right, like he was in the what's the black circus? They come to town. You know what I'm saying? The Soul Circus. He thought he was in Universal Circus last night. He tried to jump over LeBron James. All right, like he was a goddamn circus act and flipped over and almost broke his damn neck. And your hand is you already playing with one hand. Like, what are we doing? What are we doing, man? But definitely, man, Ja is the basketball version of Josh freaking Allen, man. They're the same guys. Same guys, man. Man, shout out to Tay. What up, Tay? I remember Pop said his entire starting team, first few minutes of a game because of poor performance and put his bench players in. Exactly. Do y'all see Coach Jenkins doing that anytime soon? No. He wouldn't dare do that. He wouldn't dare sit the entire starting five. You know what I'm saying? But like if he did do a move like that, man, yeah, the stars might be mad for a minute, but they could be like, okay, Coach ain't bullshit. He's serious about this. And that's what I'm saying, man. Like, I feel like Coach is cool. He's cool. Cool, nice guy. You ever meet him? You ever talk to him before? You ever see him in the city? Real nice guy. Real nice guy, man. But is he the type of coach that's going to get your ass? He's not. I've never seen him get on those guys. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've never seen it, man. He's not that guy. He's just not that coach, man. You know what I'm saying? But man, that hurt last night. That hurt, man. Tay said we haven't made a deep playoff run since 2011, 2012. Well, I mean, what do you consider deep? Are we saying after the first round is deep, or are we saying that only a Western Conference final constitutes a deep playoff run? All right, because if we're saying that, then the GRIZZ, you know, last time we did that was 2012, 2013 against the Spurs when we got swept. Now, you know, I feel like that, in my opinion, our deepest playoff run, the one that really counted to me, because last year when we got past Minnesota, and truth be told, y'all, if Minnesota wasn't such a dumbass team, Minnesota should have beat us last year in the playoffs. Let's keep it real. They should have beat us last year. They were the better team, but they were just too dumb, too stupid. And I really don't count the run. I mean, you know, you count it, but you knew the GRIZZ were not beating Golden State last year, right? Even if Ja doesn't get hurt, they're not beating Golden State because we just didn't have the know-how yet, the experience yet. But that year that we were up 2-1 against Golden State back in the 2014, 2015 year, yo, I honestly thought that we were going to beat Golden State. That was the first year that Golden State won a championship. And remember what happened in that series, y'all. If you're a real GRIZZ fan, y'all can tell me what happened in that series, man. We were up 2-1. Remember? We won game 3 here in Memphis. But you guys know what adjustment did Steve Kerr make in that series? And once he made that adjustment, it was a wrap for us. If you're a real GRIZZ fan right now, y'all should be able to tell me what adjustment was made by Steve Kerr in that series, man, when we were up 2-1 against Golden State back in 2014, 2015. I'm going to tell you what it was. He pretty much said, Tony Allen, do you? We dare you. We dare you to take a shot. There you go. Exactly, Josh. That's it. See, something like that. Something as simple as that. They studied the game film. They was like, you know what? Y'all know Tony Allen can't shoot, right? So why are we guarding him? Let's pack the paint. All right, let's stack the paint, pack the paint against Zebo and Marc Gasol. Double those guys. You know what I'm saying? Deny the entry pass to Zebo and Marc Gasol. And that pretty much shut down the GRIZZ offense at that point. Because Tony Allen was out there like, hey, you know, he didn't know what to do in that situation, man. But that little adjustment turned the whole series around, and Golden State went on to win from there. And that was the beginning of their dynasty, man. You know what I'm saying? And that leads me back to Dillon Brooks. That leads me back to Dillon Brooks, man. You know, exactly, Tay, man. Y'all with me tonight. Y'all with me, man. So basically, that's the same situation that's going on right now with Dillon Brooks, man. Dillon Brooks is our Tony Allen, for lack of better, just throwing it out there. He is our Tony Allen. Y'all know Dillon Brooks can't shoot. We know he can't shoot, right? But what does he do? If Dillon Brooks hits one shot, oh, it's playoff mode, right? It's time. It's time to gun it now. Now he didn't hit one shot. And that's what the Lakers want him to do. They like, bro, do you. Take as many shots as you want. Go 3 for 14. You know what I'm saying? That's all. And that's all the Lakers are betting on at this point. Do you. And they also know that, hey, if Desmond Bane ain't hitting, if Luke Kennard ain't hitting, we ain't got no shot. We have no shot, man. And that's what's frustrating. That's the frustrating part. It's like, we're putting all our eggs in one basket. We're putting all our eggs in Desmond Bane basket. We're hoping, we're praying to God that Luke Kennard can get hot. And it shouldn't be like that. We're the number 2 team in the West, number 2 seed in the West, and and our only hope is that Desmond Bane gets hot. That's all we're banking on this year. Bane get hot, Triple J get hot. Like we have no others that you guys can say can consistently step up and be a factor. You see the Lakers, man, they got Hashitashi out there. They got Rui Hashitashi. I know it's not the boy name, but he's going to be Hashitashi tonight. Hashitashi was killing our ass. He didn't have a good game last night. That man scoring double digits game 1 through 4. Killing our ass, man, off the bench. Who do we have off the bench that we can consistently rely on to give us double-digit points? I'll wait. You know what I'm saying? I'll wait. Y'all tell me. Y'all tell me, man. We might get a Tillman giving us 20 and 10 one night, but the next night, what we gonna get? You know what I'm saying? And that's so maddening, man. It's so frustrating. Hashitashi giving us work. That man sticking his tongue out at us. Shit, he's the Japanese Kobe right now. All right, he's the Japanese Kobe, lighting our ass up. D'Angelo Russell, as sorry as he is, what he do? This man literally came in the final 5 minutes of the fourth quarter, gave him three straight 3-pointers and fouled out. Are you serious, bro? Are you serious right now? And Tyus Jones, where are you, bro? Where are you? We're talking about all the greatest backup point guard in the league. You know what I'm saying? He gets all that praise for his assist to turnover ratio being the best in the league for the last 5 years. I'm putting out an APB, man. I'm calling 911. All right, I'm putting Tyus Jones on the milk carton because where he been? Where has Tyus Jones been this playoff series, man? And then Kennard, you know what I'm saying? Like he doesn't give you much on the defensive end. And I think that's the reason why Coach didn't have him in the game because he's a liability on that side. But at this point, man, you know, it's all hands on deck, all guns on deck. The only guns we got is Desmond and Kennard, really. So y'all see, man, like what options do we have? You know, we're handcuffed at this point. I love the fight. I love the energy. You know, and like I said, Tyus has been MIA in the playoffs. I don't know what that's about. You know, yeah, man. And, you know, I ain't no Laker fan, but real recognize real, man. You know, I can honestly take a look at the game and be like, you know what? The Lakers, Coach Ham, he puts the guys in the right position to make the right plays. He's playing guys at the right time. He sees matchups that he can take advantage of. You know what I'm saying? The way they killed us in the pick and roll, that staggered pick and roll they were running at different points in the game. They went away from it for a while and they came back to it in that fourth quarter, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's all coaching. That's all coaching. Y'all tell me what coaching adjustments, what coaching maneuvers have y'all seen Taylor Jenkins make so far in the playoffs? Don't worry, I'll wait. I'll wait. You know what I'm saying? What have y'all seen from Coach? You know, that it's like what chess move has he made? And if y'all want to say he doesn't have any chess pieces because of the injuries, cool. I'm with that. But you gotta work with what you got. You gotta work with what you got. Even though we're limited, y'all, the GRIZZ still technically, you know, were the odds-on favorite to win this series. You know what I'm saying? Like, if we lose Game 5 tomorrow night, yo, that's an embarrassment. That's a setback. It's not a progression, it's a regression at this point. You know, and like I said, I'm not saying the GRIZZ are gonna lose tomorrow. I'm not. But man, can y'all, after the way they lost last night, do y'all see the GRIZZ being able to get back up and give another 110% after going through an overtime loss like that last night? I don't know if they have the energy for that. You know what I'm saying? And if they do, that just shows, hey, man, this team does have fight, you know, grit, grind, and all that, man. But if you know, fast forward to tomorrow night, if the GRIZZ lose here on the home court, I won't be surprised. I won't be surprised. You know, I would not be surprised, man. But to wrap it all up, like I said, teams up 3-1 win 95% of the time, man. Like, it takes a real special team, real special underdog, hard to champion type of team to come back from 3-1. You know, I grew up in Houston during the Rockets back-to-back years, man. Like, that team was special. They were down 3-1 to Phoenix. You know what I'm saying? Like, it takes a real special team, a team that's together, to be able to come back from something like that. I think this team likes each other. I think, you know, the guys, they play hard for each other, but they're just not a great team this year. And it's no harm in saying that. Everything that's happened, you know, everything that's been going on, they're just not, they don't have the greatest chemistry. Like, our chemistry last year was better as opposed to this year. You know what I'm saying? At this point. Yeah, what do you have? Like that's exactly, Josh. I've been clamoring for that. I've been asking. Put Big Boy in. I call him Big Boy. Put Big Boy in there, because at this point, you got to add some more chess pieces to the board. All right, we play this shit is chess and they checkers. They play chess over there in LA. We got to play some chess too, man. You know what I'm saying? So put them out there. What do you have to lose at this point? And even though he's been slaughtered this year, shit. I mean, it's all hands on deck. I would put Zaire Williams out there, and I've been hard on Zaire all year, but just to see if he can give you some type of spark. Can he give us something off the bench? You have nothing to lose at this point. You're down 3-1. All right. Everybody and their mama thinks you have no chance to win in this series, to come back in the series. Play the young fellas. You got nothing to lose. If they give you something, cool. If they don't, that's fine too. But I don't know, man. You know, it seems like watching the game, it seems like it's so obvious, right? Like what coach should do, right? Like, but they sometimes they don't see it. They don't see it the same way for whatever reason, man. And it's a lot of smart GRIZZ fans out there. All you guys are commenting right now. You know, the Josh Midgets of the world. Man, Enrique, shout out to Enrique, man. Shout out to Lee. Shout out to Tay. Drunk, Ariel. Well, look, homie. My cousin in the building, jumping in on the chat here, man. All you guys, man, like Chris, shout out to Chris. All you guys, man, made some great points, great comments. You know what I'm saying? Like the things that we talk about, you know, on the group chat, on the message board, you know what I'm saying, on Facebook, the GRIZZ Nation. Like these Memphis basketball fans are really, really basketball fans. They know the game. You know what I'm saying? Like y'all know the game. And it's so troubling, man. It's so disappointing when you feel like, well, shit, does my coach know the game? You know what I'm saying? Like, does our coach really know the game? Because and this is the last thing I'm gonna say about it. And then I'm gonna get up off of here, man. And I appreciate all you guys' comments and everything, man. Keep them coming. But y'all, last thing I'm gonna say about Coach Jenkins, and this is the first thing I said when he first got hired. What credentials did he have in the beginning to be an NBA head coach? Come on now, let's talk about it. Like what? This man, I played more high school basketball than he did. You know what I'm saying? Like this man didn't play not a lick of NBA basketball. He may have walked on in college. You know what I'm saying? Like what qualified him to be an NBA head coach to begin with? You know what I'm saying? Like, and that still troubles me to this day. Like, this man literally, because he was a part of the Coach Pop family tree, the Budenholzer family tree, right? A lead assistant. You know, like what qualifies you to be an NBA head coach? At least tell me that you was an All-American in high school. Bro, if I played more minutes than you in high school, like, come on now. What are we doing here? What are we doing? Now, I feel like, has he learned on the job? Yeah, he's learned on the job, but I'll say it again. Has he learned enough to be able to make adjustments, to win games when you didn't think that he could win it with his adjustments, with his rotations? You know what I'm saying? Like, has he learned enough to do that yet? And you know, that's still debatable. You know, we're still waiting on that answer. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna give us the benefit of the doubt. I'm gonna give us the benefit of the doubt and say, all right, yeah, Steven Adams, Brandon Clark, that's a huge difference. Huge difference, you know. But next year, all right, if we're having the same conversation next year, if we're still talking about, hopefully Dillon Brooks will not be a member of this team, all right? If there is a God in heaven, Dillon Brooks will be out of here next year. But if we're still having this same conversation next year, y'all, about the immaturity, about the recklessness that Ja plays with, about lack of adjustments, lack of rotations, and also if we're in a situation in the playoffs where we're down again, if we're down 2-1, 3-1 in the first round playoff series, like, could we win the games in regular season? No problem. Best home record in the NBA this year. You know, that's all. It's all good in the regular season. And just like Drunk said, my man Drunk said, we are the NBA version of the San Diego Chargers, man. We do great, you know, in the regular season. But when it comes to playoff time, we fall short, man. If we're having that same conversation again next year, then what? You know what I'm saying? Like, then what? Like, how much longer are we supposed to wait on this team to get better, on this team to mature, on this team to really go on a deep run in the playoffs? So, I don't know, man. I don't know. But all I know is we're down 3-1. Hey, we're going to keep hope alive. You know what I'm saying? We're going to keep hope alive, definitely, going forward. Tomorrow night, we need 18,000 strong down at the Forum. I may try to sneak down there for a little bit tomorrow night, man, and check the game out. But it's going to be tough, man. It's going to be tough, though. It really is, man. Like, I don't know how you emotionally recover from a game like that last night. You know, you like if you had any hopes of winning the series, you had to win that game last night. My man Enrique said, just like you said, we don't have leadership in the coaching staff. This team and group of players right now is not connected to the community as deep as the grit and grind GRIZZ were. Outside the Forum and GRIZZ events, you really don't see the players around and invested in the community. It wasn't odd to run at the Zebo or any player in Overton Square or some mom and pop shop getting food. Yeah, that is true, man. I mean, and you know, Enrique, I don't know if it's fair to compare that grit and grind team to this next gen GRIZZ squad because, man, that grit and grind squad was special for so many reasons. Like I said, the way they connected to the community. Now I see Ja, I see Jaron, Triple J. I see Dez in the street. You know, and I think Triple J is probably the most notable face you'll see out and about. As far as, you know, donating his time to charities and different things going on in the city. But man, like I would tell y'all how special that grit and grind team was. This how special they were to the community. Man, Zebo actually had folks out here thinking that he was paying MLG and W bills. That's how connected, how special Zebo and that grit and grind era was to the city of Memphis. They was really out here thinking that Zebo and the GRIZZ were out here paying MLG and W bills for the city. Do y'all remember that before we go? before we get out of here tonight? Do y'all remember that, man? That was the greatest April Fool's Day of joke. I think, man, what year was that? That was, I believe it was 2017. It was 2017, and it wasn't April Fool's. It happened like in June or something like that. I remember it was summertime. And I remember it, you know, you started to hear the word on Facebook and text messages. And I don't know who started this damn rumor, but whoever it was, your mama. All right, because that shit spread like wildfire. And I'm not gonna even lie, y'all. I was skeptical about it because, you know, I don't believe shit to begin with until it happens. So I was like, man, whatever. But knowing how charitable and how giving that Zebo was my guy. Like, to this day, my favorite Grizzly to interview, my favorite Grizzly to bump into and chat with, you know, and Zebo. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta love Zach, man. What you say, cuz? Say, RMC made you go out and try to get paid. Yeah, hell yeah. You wasn't the only one, cuz, because I'm gonna tell you, bro, I drove to the local MLG and W spot here in the street, in my neighborhood, my area. Y'all, I saw so many people in line, bro. You know what I'm saying? If you drove to MLG and W payment centers, and also what it was, I think it was like you could go to the local grocery stores too, right? Wherever you pay your MLG and W, yeah, wherever you pay your MLG and W bill. If you was like the local Exxon or wherever you pay your bill at, like there was literally lines of people, yo, in line trying to pay their light bill, thinking that there's a credit on there that Zach Randolph paid, what, $25,000 worth of light bills, some shit like that. And then really, y'all, between what 25,000 and city of Memphis, that shit won't go that far to begin with. Let's talk about that for a minute, cause y'all gullible as hell. But I did not get in line. I did not get in line. But I did. I just wanted to see for myself. I just want to see how many people would be in line. You know, thinking that Zebo was out here paying light, gas, and water. I love Memphis, man. I love Memphis because it's like once you spread a rumor and two people believe it, it just goes. It spreads like wildfire, man. It like did nobody think to fact check this? You know what I'm saying? To call MLG and W like, hey, is it true? Because if that was the case, like MLG and W would have announced that shit. Like it wouldn't have been a surprise Saturday morning, like a surprise sneaker release, like a surprise shoe drop, like some new J's just came out, like by surprise. It wasn't supposed to be nothing like that. It was like MLG and W should have announced that. But y'all asses out here. I seen you. I seen the whole city. I saw you. I remember. Yeah, I saw you. I saw all y'all out here. Thinking that Zach Randolph was paying you goddamn light bill. Mapco. Yeah, that was another one. That was another one, cuz. Shout out to my cuz, my little Chris, at the Mapco gas station. Yeah, y'all was out there, man, for an hour. Thinking that Zach Randolph was paying your goddamn light bill, man. I love y'all, man. I love Memphis, man. But that was the funniest shit ever, man. Y'all really thought that was true, man. And me being a reporter, me being a journalist, a broadcaster, I just wanted to go out there and just see the people in action. Okay. And the disappointment on people's faces when they realized that it was a hoax, it was fake. I remember I had one friend, man. Shout out to Carlisa. Like she called me, bro, swearing up and down like this shit was real. I'm like, Carlisa, I don't think it's real, sweetheart. Like I really don't think Zach Randolph is out here just anonymously paying for the whole city's lights. Now he does it for select families in need. Yeah, he's done that before. But just the whole city, just to pull up, and you got credit, from Zach Randolph for your light bill? No, man, that shit was hilarious, man. Oh man, I've never seen anything like that to this day, man. And y'all really thought that Zebo did that, man. And I know he probably gets a kick out of it also, man. When he first heard about it, man. Y'all, dang, this city, man, we some gullible motherfuckers, man. We really are sometimes. We really are, man. We will believe anything, man. Oh man, man. I swear to God, man, y'all was out here. Yeah, man. And like I feel like even the most knowledgeable person still went out there and just be like, you know what, just in case, I might come up on something, maybe a little $250 credit or something from Zebo. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. What my dog Adidas, man? What's up, Adidas? What's going on, my guy? And you ain't heard nothing else from Zebo since then, bro. Hell yeah. I don't think Zebo paid another goddamn light bill or did anything for the city after that happened, man. Yeah, y'all lost me with that one, man. But hey, man, I ain't gonna hold y'all much longer here, man. I'm about to get on down, but I just wanted to, man, drop in, man, and get my thoughts off about the GRIZZ, man. Because it's almost like therapy in a way. Because, man, I was down, y'all, after last night, man. I know it's a game, and sometimes I wonder, do we as fans, do we care more than the players? You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, like, do we care more than them? Like, at the end of the day, like, I mean, yeah, they care, but when you're making millions, you know what I'm saying? You driving fancy cars, you got a fly house, fly mansion, you dating IG models, you know what I'm saying? You can buy whatever you want. Like, at the end of the day, like, life is good. Even if y'all lose, even if you lose tomorrow night, life is gonna be all right. Life is good for them. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I think that we care sometimes more than the players, And I don't think that was always the case. I think that, back in the 80s, the 90s, like they cared. Jordan and them going against the Pistons, getting their head beat in 3-4 years in a row until they got over the hump, they cared. It mattered. All those great playoff series, all those fights back in the day, like it was real. Like this shit that we see now, to me, it's like WWE. It's not real. Like all the fake wolfing, you know what I'm saying? That's not real, man. Like there was real beef out here. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, uh, like Larry Bird, hated Bill Laimbeer's guts. Like he would fight that man in the street after the game. Like that's how bad the blood was. Like shit now, yeah, you get your little dust ups, but the shit ain't real no more, man. Because they make too much money. They make too much money, man. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, like, how can you be mad? You got beat 4-1, gentleman suite, and you making 200 million. Like, how mad can you really be? You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, So I think we as fans, man, we care a little bit more. It means more to us than it does the players for whatever reason, man. And like I said, those guys, the Jordans of the world, all those Magics, they made the NBA into what it was. Like these guys making all this money, all the millions, they owe a percentage to Mike and them, Magic and them, Larry and them, But they're spoiled, they're young, they're immature, Yeah, some of them play hard, some of them do, but at the end of the day, life is sweet. Life is sweet for them. They're gonna be all right, But yeah, man. To me, this shit going on right now in the playoffs, it's been a great playoffs. Don't get me wrong. It's been a great playoffs so far. But all the other little sideshow shit, this ain't nothing but WWE SummerSlam. You know what I'm saying? This ain't nothing but WrestleMania. That's all it is. That's really all it is, man. It's all about putting on a show, all about IG, all about, who can make so many impressions, so many hits on social media. I'm gonna wear this wild, outlandish outfit. I'm gonna score 3 points, but I'm gonna be fresh as hell with the feds watching. That's basically all it is, man. It's sad when you think about it, because I miss the old days, man. Like I love the old NBA, man. I love the athleticism that we have now and what guys can do out there. But man, give me a Bulls versus Pistons Eastern Conference Finals. Give me a Bulls versus Knicks in the playoffs, man. Like that was real hatred. Like they really wanted to take Michael Jordan down, but they couldn't do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, give me that, man. Y'all can keep this other shit, man. It's been some okay series, some great series so far. The Golden State Sacramento series is gonna be good. I still think that the Miami Milwaukee series, I don't think that's over with. As far as another 3-1 series out there, I still think that Milwaukee somehow, some way, will come back and win in Game 7. I got that much faith in Milwaukee. I think if Giannis can somewhat get 75-80% healthy from that back injury, I still think that Miami will choke when it's all said and done, and Milwaukee will come back and win Game 7. All right, and if it happens, you heard it here first, man. All right. But man, I'm gonna get on down, man. Thank you guys so much for all the comments, man. I could talk NBA all day. You know what I'm saying? We got some great things coming up, man. I got some great shows coming up. Essential AF podcast and more special guests are on the way coming up in the month of May and in the summer, man. We got some things popping, man. So y'all just continue to rock with your boy. I appreciate y'all jumping in on the show with me tonight, man, and commenting, man, because y'all didn't have to do that. Y'all could have been anywhere in the world, man, but you're here with me, and I appreciate that, man. So y'all enjoy the rest of the playoffs tonight, man, and go GRIZZ tomorrow night. You know what I'm saying? And we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens, man. Cuz, what you say? Who do you think is the next leader of the NBA, the next GOAT? If Ja gets his head on right, like the NBA wants Ja to take over, to take that mantle, right? To be the next, couple of faces in the NBA. Maybe him, Jason Tatum. Let's see. the boy from Minnesota, Anthony Edwards. Like those are the guys that they would love to come in and fill those shoes of being like the the faces of the NBA going forward, man. But like I said, Ja has to grow up. He has to stop trying to be a goddamn daredevil out there because of the way he's playing right now. At the rate that he's going, we may not see Ja much longer in the NBA at the rate he's going. Because he's gonna hurt himself, man. It's just a matter of time if he doesn't learn to pace himself and slow down. There's a time and place for you to be goddamn Tasmanian devil and run all around the court and do the crazy athletic things you can do. It's a time and place for it. You can't do it on every play. All right. And you would think that somebody would tell him that, man. Yeah, it was supposed to be Zion, man. But shit, Zion can't put the goddamn po' boy sandwiches down, man. He's in every goddamn cuisine and New Orleans restaurant down there in the Big Easy eating out the goddamn shrimp po' boys. All right, so if he could ever put the goddamn the shrimp etouffee, the gumbo, if he could ever put the spoon down, all right, he might be the face of the NBA. But in New Orleans was the worst city, the worst goddamn city for him to go to, man. All that good food down there, shit. How y'all expect him to lose weight and all that good food down there in New Orleans, man? All right, put the goddamn gumbo down. Zion, shit. Eating all the goddamn po' boy sandwich. Ain't no say it's a po' boy sandwich to everybody else in New Orleans, man. That boy getting bigger and bigger every year, man. Yeah, Luka. Luka is also, to me, he's already kind of one of the faces of the NBA. But he gonna win out. He gonna win out of Dallas though. If Dallas keep fucking around, what's that? How that saying go? Keep fucking around and find out. They gonna find out. They keep fucking around with Luka. He's gonna want out. He's gonna want to trade. He's gonna want to get out of Dallas and go somewhere else. And then Dallas gonna be looking stupid. They already look stupid for trading for Kyrie. And Kyrie, I'm not blaming on Kyrie this year what happened to Dallas. That was dumb as hell. Why would you bring another ball dominant point guard on the team to team him up with another ball dominant point guard? Like, you already know those two guys cannot coexist on the same court. And it never made any sense to me, man. But I guess, man. But yeah, but definitely if Ja doesn't slow down, man, it could be another D Rose situation, man. Definitely, man. Yeah. Man, hey, man, Trae Young, man. Shout out Trae Young. Definitely, man. That boy putting the Hawks on his back, man. He was talking shit about Trae Young all year long, talking about he might get traded. He did tonight without Dejounte Murray. Man, shout out to that boy, man. Definitely, man. Hawks win. How about that, man? Breaking news, man. Shout out to my man Tay Jackson, man. Hawks win 119-117, man, against Boston, man. So Boston now leads 3-2. All right. Now, of course, Boston's gonna win the series, man. But that's a good momentum thing for the Hawks to go into next year with, knowing that Trae Young put the team on his back. You know what I'm saying? Without Dejounte Murray, put the team on his back, won the game. That's huge. That's huge, man. So yeah, hats off, man, to my guy, Trae Young, man. Also my man Tay Jackson, man, for giving us that breaking news on the game there, man. All right, man. I'm gonna get on down, man. Watch this second game coming up, man. Who we got tonight, man? We got Timberwolves and Nuggets right now. Right now, Minnesota up 39-37 with about 3 minutes to go in the second quarter, man. So I'm gonna tune in for that. And then also, man, tonight, we got Clippers and Suns, man. It's a wrap for the Clippers, man. What the fuck going on with Kawhi? What the hell is going on with Kawhi Leonard, man? That's a whole nother topic for another show, man. But the Suns lead that series right now 3-1 with a chance to close it out, man. I think the Suns will take care of business tonight, man. They're actually a 12.5-point favorite, man, tonight against the Clippers, man. Cuz, Luke Coleman, Chris, hey, man, I would actually take the Clippers point spread on that one, man. I would take the underdog point spread on that one. The plus 12.5. I don't think the Clippers will lose by more than 12.5, man. All right. So I would actually lay the points on the Clippers there, man, as far as being the underdog. All right. That's a little betting tip right there for y'all, man. Little betting tip there, man. Take the points. for the Clippers there, the plus 12.5, man. I'm out, man. Your boy Jonathan C. Smith, man. Y'all have a great night. Appreciate all of y'all, man. Cause I don't know about that. Yeah, man. Y'all been take my advice. I've been winning lately, man. Hey, my DraftKings is blowing up right now. It's through the roof, man. You know, I bet on the fight. I won money on the fight the other day on Tank and Ryan Garcia, man. I won a couple NBA bets. Y'all better listen to me. I might do a betting segment also one day just for the hell of it, man. So y'all take my advice. I might give y'all 3 games to bet on, and I want y'all to bet everything. Bet the house. Bet the house. All right. Bet the mortgage. Bet the kids' college fund. Everything on my bets, man. Because I promise you, all right, you're not gonna lose. You're not gonna lose, man. I'm making you money. I'm making you free money, man. Everybody like free money. But I'm out, y'all, man. Y'all be good, man. Peace, y'all. Enjoy the rest of the night. Yeah. Hey, that's right. Hey, but they win though. All right, they talking about my bets only win $4. Like, but that's $4 more than you had, right? Thank you. You're welcome. You are welcome. All right, we are out, man. Y'all be good, man. Blessed night. Appreciate y'all joining me tonight, man. Central AF Podcast Show. Your boy JC, man. Peace.